Think about it, there's this idea called the self-fulfilling prophecy. What this means is you have a prophecy, and then a character does everything they can to avert the prophecy, prevent it from happening. But in fact, by trying so hard to prevent the prophecy, they only end up being the cause of it. Think about the movie Kung Fu Panda 2. We learn right away that Lord Shen became aware that the soothsayer predicted that if he continued down his current path, he would be defeated by a warrior of black and white. And so Lord Shen sent out all his wolves to kill the pandas in an attempt to avert the prophecy. But we see that by doing this, Lord Shen actually ultimately causes Po to end up in the Valley of Peace, which leads to Po becoming the Dragon Warrior. He then goes on to defeat Shen. And in fact, ultimately, what's so ironic is Shen basically kills himself because Po, despite all the terrible things Shen has done, shows his integrity by offering an olive branch to Shen. He actually tries to reach out to him. Shen has one last chance to stand down to ultimately do the right thing, but he turns down this opportunity. Instead, he tries to kill Po in order to avert the prophecy, but his actions only succeed in bringing about his own death. Also, think about Harry Potter. Voldemort hears this prophecy that this mother will a mother will give birth to a newborn son this month, that will cause Voldemort to be defeated. And so Voldemort sets out to avert the prophecy. He goes out to kill this baby in order to ensure no one could ever stop him. But ultimately, this action only succeeds in bringing about Voldemort's downfall. Because Voldemort tried to kill Harry, he ended up being without a physical body for years. And then Voldemort does eventually come back in that he gains a physical body again. And yes, of course, Voldemort does damage, but ultimately Harry ends up defeating Voldemort. So Voldemort's attempt to stop the prophecy from coming to pass backfires spectacularly because Voldemort's killing curse backfires, destroying Voldemort's physical body, and so Voldemort's spirit remains alive, but his body does not. And then part of Voldemort's soul actually goes within Harry. So Harry has the scar, and also, as we learn later on, there's a telepathic link between Harry and Voldemort, and this ends up playing a part in Voldemort's downfall. Also, think about Star Wars. Powerful example here where Anakin has these visions of Padme dying. He wants to stop this from happening, so he joins the Sith in order to save Padme's life. But as we see in Revenge of the Sith, all this effort to avert the prophecy only causes it to pass because Anakin ends up being the one that's responsible for Padme's death. And then if you think about the Matrix Resurrections, actually, this is interesting because there is a self-fulfilling prophecy, but the series actually justifies it because the Oracle will give out cryptic advice, and then others will seek actually to cause these prophecies to come to pass because they believe in the Oracle. So this is actually a bit of a different case. Also, think about Star Trek 2009, actually. In this case, the villain is named Nero. He thinks that James Kirk will never end up being the big hero that his father was. But we see in the movie that Nero's actions only ultimately succeed in causing James Kirk to actually be the hero. So in all these cases, it's the same idea, where the right course of action is actually to just not do anything to let the prophecy come to pass. So when you try to avert it, you only end up causing it to come true.